There are two terms which an employee wouldn't like to hear. One is being laid off and the second one is being fired. Though both of them means that you will have to look for new job opportunities. But hi, I'm Rajesh and welcome to another edition of Vlogging with Rajesh G. How are you guys doing today? I hope all of you are doing great and I hope it continues that way. What is the difference between being laid off or being fired? You will say, the first difference is we will have to look for a new job. Yes, that is true, but there is something else to it. Do you know what is the exact meaning of these two terminologies? I doubt, because even I was not very sure unless I shot this vlog. So I decided to, explain these terminologies to all of you. First thing first is the meaning. Laid off. Laid off is a situation when an employer or your company is unable to give you ample amount of work, or they want to reduce cost, and the best way to do that is to reduce the human resources in the organization, as a result of which you may be asked to move out of the organization. Being fired. Being fired is when an employee's services has been terminated abruptly because of misconduct. Usually it happens when you are not performing to the core, or you have broken any of the terms, or you have lied to the organization, especially in terms of the certificates submitted by you at the time of joining. Let's be mindful of one thing. When we enter an organization, we sign an agreement that all the information submitted by us are true. And the moment an employer comes to know that we have lied to them, they have the right to terminate us with immediate effect. And employers wouldn't think twice before exercising this right. So please submit rightful documents to the organization. Time duration. When an employee is laid off, he or she is informed in advance so that they can look for new job prospects. The time duration may be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. I think that's the max. Don't expect it to range from 60 to a year. That will be too much. Within 90 days, you may have to move out of the organization, whether you have a job in hand or you don't have. If you are fired, you will not even come to know about it. Maybe at the end of the day when you are leaving, the HR may call you and say, hey, you are fired. Tomorrow onwards, don't come to office. And all the office properties have to be submitted right now. So when you come to an organization, you are an employer. When you go out, you are a job seeker. Accountability. When an employee is laid off, it is not because he or she is incompetent in their work. It is because the company was not able to strategize your potential to the maximum, because their planning has gone for a toss. So you should never take the onus on yourself. When an employee is fired, yes, definitely the onus is on you, because you have not abided by the norms of the organization. And it is not that you will be randomly asked. You will be given warnings once or twice, but third time you will be said, please move out. So this time the onus is completely on you, and you can't blame the organization for the mess in which you are. Monetary terms. So when an employee is laid off, employers are little compassionate towards them, and they make it a point that all their dues are cleared. They will not withhold anything. Even if you have some perks and benefits in the coming month, even that will be credited to you. And all your salary things will be cleared immediately after you leave the organization, or even before you leave the organization. But if you have been fired, don't expect these things. If in case it's a performance issue, the chances is that your salary may be credited. But if you have been fired because of any other reason, then it is the management to take a call, and the decision may be favorable or unfavorable. So please be mindful of your deeds in the organization. Relieving letter is the most important document for an employee to find future job, and none of the employees would like to mess with it. So when you have been laid off, your employer will make it a point that you get your relieving letter when you are leaving, or within a day or two, or as per the company standards or the policies of the company, but you will be given your relieving letter. So what happens when you're fired? I'm not very sure about it, because there are three situations. If it's a performance issue, you will be given your relieving letter. If it is any other issue, then they may not give you, and if in case they decide to give you, they will make a mention of it that you were fired from the organization, which will make it very difficult to find a next job for you, or your future employer may pinpoint that one aspect and ask you why you were fired. Job prospect. So employers are little considerate or open or more accommodating towards employees who are laid off, because they feel we should give more preference to them, as their previous company wasn't able to do justice to their skill set. So the chances of them being employed over any other candidate is little high. But if you are being fired and your future employer comes to know about it through any means or any source, the first thing they will ask you is why you were fired. And if they are not satisfied with your response, they may do a background check on you. And if they feel that the response received by the background verification is satisfactory, only then you will be hired. Because let me tell you one thing, if you have been fired from your previous organization because of misconduct in an organization, none of the employers will be willing to hire you, because nobody wants to hamper the work culture or the culture of the organization because of an employee who has been fired from the previous organization for similar reasons. So I hope this video was informative for you. If that's the case, like the video, share the video, post your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So until my next video, bye bye, take care, and spread the power of positivity around you.